My daughter's teacher called a meeting to discuss her concerning behavior in class. She finishes her work in 10 minutes while other students take the full hour. Mrs. Harrison said this was disruptive and unfair to struggling students. I sat there confused, waiting for her to explain what my daughter actually did wrong. She's making the other kids feel inadequate by finishing so quickly. Maybe she's just faster at math? That's not possible. These are advanced problems designed to take the full class period. She must be getting the answers from somewhere. You think she's cheating? I didn't say that exactly. But I've been teaching 15 years, and I've never seen a student work this quickly on material this complex. It's statistically unusual. Have you checked if her answers are correct? Well, yes, they're always correct. Every single problem. But that's exactly what concerns me. She doesn't show enough work. She jumps straight to solutions. So she's being punished for being right and fast? Mrs. Harrison pulled out a folder with my daughter's tests. Look at this. Minimal scratch work. Direct answers. It's like she already knows the solutions before she starts. Or maybe she just understands the concepts. She leaned forward with this practiced, concerned look. Several parents have reached out to me. Their children are losing confidence because one student is always done first. They're starting to feel like they're not good enough. Because my daughter finishes first? It creates an unhealthy competitive environment. When she turns in her test and leaves, the other students feel rushed and anxious. Some have started making careless mistakes because they're watching her instead of focusing on their own work. I asked what she wanted me to do about it. Mrs. Harrison had clearly prepared for this. I'm suggesting we implement a new policy for your daughter. She needs to stay in her seat for the full hour, even after completing her work. She can read quietly or review her answers, but she cannot turn in her test early. That way the other students won't feel pressured. You want her to sit there doing nothing for 40 minutes? It's for the benefit of the entire class. I've discussed this with the principal, and he agrees it's a reasonable accommodation. Accommodation for what? For the other students who need a calm testing environment without distractions. I asked if she'd ever considered that maybe my daughter was just genuinely good at math. She gave me this look like I was being completely unreasonable, like I was one of those parents who couldn't accept reality. Mrs. Carter, I understand you want to believe your daughter is exceptional, but in my professional experience, students who perform this far above their peers are usually either cheating or being given unfair advantages at home. Are you working through the problems with her beforehand? No. Does she have access to answer keys? Of course not. Then I don't understand how she's completing university-level problems in elementary timeframes. The other teachers have noticed it too. Her science teacher says the same thing. She's too fast, too accurate. It's concerning. What exactly are you accusing her of? I'm not accusing anyone. I'm trying to protect your daughter from developing bad habits. If she's cutting corners now, it'll catch up with her eventually. Better to slow down and learn properly. Her answers are correct. That's not the point. The point is process, learning, taking time to struggle with difficult concepts. She's missing that by racing through everything. I told her I needed to think about this new policy. She seemed satisfied, probably thought she'd convinced me. I left that meeting absolutely furious, but I didn't show it. That night I started researching. Found out our state runs a mathematics competition every spring for students grades 3 through 8. Hundreds of kids compete. Top scorers get recognized publicly. I didn't tell the school, didn't mention it to Mrs. Harrison. Just quietly registered my daughter and helped her practice on weekends. 3 weeks later, competition day arrived. My daughter sat in an auditorium with 300 other students, all taking the same test under official proctoring. 2 weeks after that, we got the results. She placed second in her age group across the entire state. The local paper did a story about the top finishers, complete with photos and quotes. Mrs. Harrison saw it on Facebook that evening, shared by half the parents in our school district. She called me at 8 p.m., voice shaking, asking why I hadn't told her my daughter was actually gifted, asking if we could set up another meeting to discuss advanced placement options. You told me it wasn't possible.